Here are the 15 books I read in August 2025. Hi, my name is Talia, and welcome back to my channel. Hope you're doing well. It is time for my August reading wrap-up, where I talk through all of the books I read last month. Let me know what books you read in August in the caption. Baby, for the book facts, 4 of the 15 books were audiobooks. You know I prefer audiobooks. Like 85% of my book consumption is via audiobook. So the fact that less than a third of my reading this month was audiobooks, baby, what happened to me? What happened to me? We were sitting in the bed reading the Kindle. 5 of the books were novellas, so 120 pages or less, and 1 of the 15 books were not romance. Number 1, Tell Me I'm Not Dreaming by Monique Fisher. This book came out on Friday, on the 29th, and Monique Fisher is actually my next guest on Talia's Book Nook, so I want to see you on TikTok Live on Wednesday, September 3rd, 8 p.m. Eastern. The link to set a reminder will be in the description box. This is Monique Fisher's latest release, and this book actually follows, I guess, 4 FMCs. It's an anthology, but it's a group of 4 girlfriends. They go on a girls' trip to New Orleans. They meet with a psychic, and the psychic has quite a few insights about each of these ladies' love lives. So that's why there's 8 people on this cover. As someone who loves like a 4-woman like television show, this is basically that in book form. So I'm really excited to talk to Monique about this and talk about each of the characters and who she sees herself the most in. I know who I see myself the most in. Next book is Overdue Feelings. This is in the Sweetest Lessons series from B Love Productions. So like that collective of authors by A. Blossom. I think this was the first book in the entire series to drop. As you can see, there are 3 people in the cover. Okay, 2 men, 1 woman. This is an MFM. This is a why choose? Because why choose? Why choose? If anything, my introduction to A. Blossom was Leak It. That was my introduction to her. Really enjoyed this novella. Speaking of A. Blossom, her and BriAnn Michelle are my guest for Talia's Book Nook on September 17th, 8 p.m. Eastern on TikTok Live. I'll have that linked in the description as well. They are partnering and collaborating on a book event, and tickets for that go on sale on October 1. So I wanted them to come through Talia's Book Nook to tell us all about Petals and Prose in St. Louis, May 1st and 2nd, 2026 in St. Louis. I have every intent to go. If I get a ticket, I'm going to St. Louis May 1st and 2nd. So Midwestern girlies, this is for you. Next book is Winter's Eve, Then, Now, and Always by A.E. Valdez. This is book 2 in the 3 Kings Billionaire series. The audiobook for this came out in August. This is the audiobook I spent the majority of the month listening to. This audiobook is about 14 hours, but baby, I've been so busy. There's been so much like ebook reading. This took a little bit of time to get through, but I really enjoyed this. If you read the first book in 3 Kings, you know about Winter and Eve. This is a second chance romance. I really love Winter King. Winter King is my favorite brother in this series thus far. Something about an asshole with a heart of gold. I love it. Okay, a grump, like a true grump. And he's not really a grump. He just runs a strict program. But I love an asshole with a heart of gold. And Winter King is that, right? I love it in books. We don't do assholes and meanies in real life. You're not about to be mean to me in real life. And the 3rd book in this series actually comes out, I want to say next week, but baby, that audiobook is 23 hours. I don't have time for that in September, so we're going to try to revisit that in October or November. Next book is Lost in Your Presence by BriAnn. Danae, this is book 4 in the Evermore series, one of my favorite series ever. So in September, I'm going to do 2 series recommendations list. I'm going to do one for novellas and one for full-length novels. And Evermore is going to make the latter for sure. So this is Najee and Oriel's story. This was good. Is it my favorite in Evermore? Absolutely not. It is still Cree for me. It is still Here With You Forever for me. It is still book 2 for me. I don't know if there's talks about a 5th book, but if I had to rank Evermore right now, it's Cree, Salim, Najee, and then I'm always forgetting the first one, Zaire. Zaire or Zahir. Next book is In the Heart of Stonecrest. Home is Where the Heart Is by Danielle Brooks. So this book came out in July, but I did not get a chance to read it in July, so I read it in August. I don't know what the name of this series is just yet. However, this is a part of a series because we get left on a cliffhanger. But y'all know Vanessa. If you read Fire Company 143, book 3 comes out on Friday, by the way. Smoke and Mirrors. You know Vanessa was Deacon's ex-girlfriend, so from book 2 in Fire Company 143. She goes back home to Stonecrest because of like a family situation. She reconnects with one of her childhood friends. She got a hey-and-ass cousin, family dynamics. It's a lot, okay? I want to say this. The grandma, you was doing too fucking much. We're left on a cliffhanger. I need to know when the next book is out. Speaking of cliffhangers, next book is The Illusion of Power by J.L. Seegars. This is book 1 in the Passion and Politics series. I'm saying this now. The Illusion of Power is probably my favorite read of 2025 thus far. Yeah. Final answer. So our FMC, Celine Taylor, is the wife of the expected next president of the United States. Her and her marriage to future President Taylor, very complicated. And as we lead up to the election, it is necessitated that the Taylor organization has security. Some things have happened. There needs to be security. In comes Cal and Beck, her Secret Service agents. This is an MMF, and it is so good. And book 2, where is it? JL, where's book 2? Next 2 books are by Jahquel J, Capri 2.5 and Capri 3. This is book 2.5 and 3 in the season 3 Delgato series. Baby, what is going on with this family? Baby, the family is in disarray. A lot of things is happening in and to this family. Baby, somebody need to fix it. I'll officially be done with the series next month. I want to say 3.5 comes out next Tuesday on the 9th. And the audiobooks for Qasim 1 and Don Caselli also come out on audiobook in September. I am so excited to get into Qasim because you know how Jahquel does in this series particularly. Like the Blair and Qasim, it's coming. It's being set up. I am so ready for it. Qasim be getting on my nerves though. Like this whole tortured, I don't know if I can love again. I'm so broken. Please. And as someone who already read 10,000 Hours with a Rich Menace, it was nice seeing the Corleone, his love stories, plural. It was nice seeing the backstory because I went into 10,000 Hours not knowing all of this. I'm also highly anticipating Goon. I don't know when Goon's story is coming out, but I'm ready for Goon and Zoya. I am ready for Goon and Zoya as well. The next 2 books are in the Stamped A Love Story collection by L.B. Gaines. First book is 3 Months in Accra. So this book is already out. It's a novella. And this follows a study abroad student in Accra. Girl lands in Accra. Girl falls in love with Accra. Girl falls in love with a Ghanaian boy. So beautiful, so sweet. Really enjoyed this. But let's talk about Room 214, San Juan. This book is out on September 19th. I read an advanced copy. This is my favorite book in the series. L.B. Gaines, you did that. It's totally different from book 1. So like, don't go into book 2 thinking, oh, it's going to be like book 1. No. Our FMC, she's grown. She's a businesswoman. Okay. She's a busy girl and she's also having burnout. Right? So she goes to Anguilla for a cousin's wedding and trying to get back to the States. Something happens and she finds herself in Puerto Rico. And baby, I'll just say she needed that. Next book is The Love Syllabus by Lauren Lacey. So y'all know who Lauren Lacey is, romance author, creator, founder of Black Romance Book Fest. It took a little while, but I finally got to finish The Love Syllabus in August, and baby, I loved it. So we have a small town teacher. She's laid off from her job. It's messy. She turns to nannying. She ends up nannying for a very successful man. Love happens. It's a little journey. It's a little complicated. This is classic Grumpy Sunshine. Don't let the cartoon cover fool you. Vic, Daddy Vic. Daddy Vic. I love the single dad trope. There's disability rep in this. Do check your triggers. But this is so great. This is so sweet. The next two books are novelettes by Monet Paris. First one, Dicking You Down. Second book, Freaked Out. # Freaked Out. These are definitely like eroticas. Not saying eroticas don't have plot, but Getting Cracked is the plot in both of these. If you're looking for like robust storytelling, a plot, this ain't it. Okay, Getting Cracked is the story. And I really enjoy reading things like this to like break up all of my reading. Like sometimes you're not ready to start a new book, a full-length novel. Sometimes you just need a little, 20 to 50 pages, getting cracked. Okay, sometimes you just need that. But Dicking You Down, it's giving neighbor trope, reverse age gap, the woman is older. And Freaked Out, it's giving, I don't think this is a relationship, but it's MFM, okay? So homegirl, newly single, goes to Miami. She finds two dudes in the section. Next book is The Dating Prohibition by Taj McCoy. This book is actually out on September 2nd, wherever you get your books. If you've been following, you know that I interviewed Taj McCoy 2 weeks ago. And our interview, you can find that on YouTube, but she was the last guest on Talia's Book Nook. I think I've read all but one book in Taj McCoy's catalog. Tropes, friends with benefits, brother's best friend. It's set in DC, so that's something as someone who's been in the DMV for almost 15 years, I greatly appreciate. If you're a foodie, you'll appreciate a lot of this. This was a good story. This was a good story. BJ was getting on my nerves. And I think this is my one thing with like friends to lovers and friends with benefits to lovers. It's like they low-key be playing because they're so concerned. They're so concerned about the friendship. I don't want to ruin the friend. Like, please. And I think this is one of the spicier Taj McCoy novels out there. Her work tends to be more, vanilla fluffy, but Kiki and BJ, they were getting it on. Super duper excited for Taj McCoy. She's going on a book tour, so see if she's coming to a city near you. And the movie adaptation of Savvy Sheldon Feels Good as Hell is coming out on the CW in the fall, so stay tuned for that. Last but not least is the new book by Nikki Giovanni. This is clearly not a romance. It's not an erotica. I just talked about all of these books and now I have to end on this, but I put non-romance at the back because I primarily read romance. But yeah, this is the final collection of poetry, letters, blurbs, etc. from American literary giant Nikki Giovanni. If you didn't know, she passed in December. This book was already in development upon her passing. Nikki Giovanni worked until the end. She worked until the end, and this book is out September 2nd, wherever you get your books. So tomorrow's video on TikTok is actually going to be a paid partnership video about this book. I'm going to read you my favorite poem from the book on TikTok tomorrow. So go to TikTok tomorrow, interact with the video, let the advertisers, let the brands know that your girl is a good investment. But it was an honor working with HarperCollins and William Morrow to promote this final collection of poetry. 81 years of phenomenal work as a writer, as an orator, as an activist, as a scholar. Really bittersweet. And even in this final collection, classic Nikki Giovanni. Okay, she's going to keep it 100. She's speaking truth to power. She marries the personal and political beautifully. Even the commentary, the critique, it is still infused with love and love for people, love for humanity. Really, really special. So yeah, that's everything I read in the month of August. Again, let me know what you read last month in the comments. Bye.